guys, so for the first edition of Trans Talk, we are going to be, I am going to be talking about the transgender student locker room situation issue in the US. I can't speak for everywhere, obviously, but I can speak for, my state and my issues with it, and share with you guys my thoughts, and I'd like to hear your thoughts in the descriptions below. If you feel free, if you don't want to explain the issues down below and your opinions down below, you can email me or you can contact me on any social media site. Go through my old videos, find my social media, should be somewhere. And yeah. Alright, let's get started. So, I found an article on the New York Times, which New York is close to my school. Well, not to my school, but to the state of Maine. Like, it's closer than, like, Kentucky. Or Chicago. So, I like the New York Times. They have accurate information, and yeah. Alright. So, this article is called "A Middle Ground Can Be Found on Some Transgender Issues." Notice the word "some" in there. That pisses me off. Okay. I'm going to read the article to you, and then we will talk about it. Okay? Alright. Error right there. Transgender people should have access to locker rooms in schools and public gyms based on the gender they identify with. But unlike with public restrooms in facilities in which there is the potential for unavoidable public nudity, or precise terms of access may require negotiation and compromise. The directive from the Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights to the High School of Palatine, Illinois, held that a transgender student had the right to use the girls' locker room without restrictions, rejecting the school district's ostensible concern for the privacy of the rights non-transgendered girls using the same locker room. Now, here's like a little quote on the side. In a school locker room with unavoidable public nudity, the complexity of dealing with adolescent identities should be taken into consideration. Agreed. In such a context, officials would be well advised to steer a middle course between relying only on gender self-identification without some additional assessment of the authenticity of a claim of transgender identity, and requiring completion of sex reassignment surgery, which would effectively discriminate against most transgender people, especially trans youth. The discomfort of the non-transgendered cannot be used as a pretext to deny the transgendered access to a facility, although the identity crisis that can be beset all teenagers should be considered when the facility is in a school, nor should access be based on an individual's legal sex designation, autonomy, biology, or the extent to which the individual conforms to the gender expectations of the non-transgendered users of a facility. Importantly, it is transgendered people themselves who are usually the most concerned about just the sort of privacy that might be ensured with the use of some sort of curtain to shield them from the prying eyes of strangers and peers. The Palatine School District's position is defensible if the middle ground it is seeking to take out does not in a way diminish the students' access to the girls' locker room or put the onus of ensuring her accommodation on her. Transgender identity is in no sense a disability, but transgender people should be afforded reasonable accommodation of the sort that people with disabilities are afforded under the Americans with Disability Act. And then I'm just kind of reading the comments and yeah. So basically, my thoughts on the whole, like, people being able, like, transgender people being able to use their gender assignment bathroom, like, not their gender assignment bathroom, scratch that, their self-identification bathroom, excuse me, they should be allowed to use their self-identification bathroom. I'm gonna go back with you guys to my experience with this, which is still going on, and what's my experience with it and how I'm dealing with it, and yeah. So basically, I am in Auburn Middle School in Auburn, Maine. I'm in 8th grade, so this has been going on for like 2 years. And I have to use the girls' locker room. I am a transgender male. I have no sex reassignment surgery. I've had no top surgery. I've not gotten on testosterone yet. And I still have to use the girls' bathroom after ample times of asking if I can use my self-identification bathroom. At least the bathroom, if not the locker room. So, one day, I went to my guidance counselor, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't go to gym. She was like, why? And I was like, because I don't feel safe going into the girls' locker room. Like, I didn't mean safe to come out, but like, I really don't feel safe, and I really don't feel comfortable. So when I don't feel comfortable, I feel unsafe. It's very confusing, I know. And basically, what she told me is to talk to my counselor in the health center. And in the health center, there's a nurse, and then there's two people that are counselors, and they work for St. Mary's in Lewiston, where I have previously gone. I've been going to this particular counselor since probably like almost the beginning of the year. She's really cool. Her name is Lifa. She's absolutely excellent. I used to see her 2 times a week, on Tuesdays and Fridays. But now I see her 3 times a week since I've been out of the hospital. So I went to a meeting with her, like, not like a meeting with her, but like, I went up there for like our, me and her annual like meeting, and it was a Tuesday, and I had gym, and I was feeling extremely uncomfortable, during gym. I first got in there, and I first went into the locker room, and some girls started making fun of me. And keep in mind that these are my classmates that have known me for about 2 years, and they're laughing at me. So it doesn't feel like, I don't feel safe. So without changing, even my shoes, I walk out of the locker room, I put my hands in my pockets, I walk around the gym a couple times, and then I go up to my gym teacher, and I'm like, can I go to the nurse? I'm not really feeling well. I got a cold, and I feel like I'm about to vomit. And honestly, I did. I did feel like I was about to vomit. And so I was extremely upset. And so I sat there, and I was fidgety, and I couldn't, I kept shaking my leg, and I was fiddling my thumbs and doing this, like, trying to cut myself, like, with my thumb, like, with my fingernail, it can't do that much damage, because I wasn't doing it that hard. I don't know. But, so she came out, and she was like, Marcus, are you okay? And I was like, and that's a good one. No, I'm not. And she was like, come here. And I was like, okay. So we went into her office, and she's like, okay, so I know you're meeting with me in about half an hour. Can this wait until then? And I was like, no, this can't. She's like, okay, so what's going on? And I was like, I feel extremely unsafe and extremely dysphoric and extremely depressed and extremely anxious. And she was like, okay, calm down, breathe. And then she had me do a box breathing exercise, whereas you breathe in for 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4. And then you breathe out for 4. And then it just goes like that. Whoa. Yeah. And that helped me calm down. That got my anxiety level a little bit down. I was still shaking my leg a little bit, but not as much as when I went in. And she was like, okay, so you're in gym right now, right? And I was like, yes. And she's like, so this is about gym. And I was like, yes. She's like, is this about locker rooms or bathrooms? And I was like, yes. And she was like, okay, talk to me. What's going on? And I was like, so at the beginning of the year, I was extremely okay with going in, like, I wasn't extremely okay, but I was okay going in to the girls' bathroom. And it was like October now, and I was feeling extremely dysphoric at this point. And I was like, when I walked in there, a couple of girls, I don't really know their names, they started laughing at me, and I felt absolutely horrible. I set my bag down, I didn't even change, and I just walked around the gym a couple of times, and I came here, and she was like, okay, so do you know who these girls are? And I was like, no, as I just said like a minute ago. And she was like, okay, well, what can we do? What can I do to help solve this? And I was like, I have no clue. Do you have any ideas? And she was like, a few. Are you open to hearing them? And I was like, yes. So, she was like, okay, so 1, I can get together with Marion, who is the other, counselor in the health office, in the health center, and I can talk, she was like, I can talk to Marion, and I can talk to, Miss Grealish, and I can talk to the guidance, not the guidance counselor, the, gym teacher after, and see what the Marion and Miss Grealish had to say, and see what their point of view is and how they're going to fix it. Because Leafa was new to the school, and she didn't know what the ring around is at the school. So it was kind of weird to go to her with this, but it wasn't at the same time because I was seeing her for about a month now, and I was just done. I was done with it. And at this point, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. I want to commit suicide because I'm done. And I kept bawling my eyes out. It was bad. Like, every night I'd cry myself into sleep, and it was bad. Anyways, and so she talked to Marion and the guidance counselor, and they came up with a plan type thing, and they didn't tell me, but they told my teachers. And my teachers didn't let me know, so I had no clue. So I was still not changing in gym. I was still sitting out in gym because I didn't want to participate because I was in the front row of people in gym. And I was afraid, like, the people in back of me would laugh at me and shit. And so, like, just recently, I, got my place changed from up in the front to out in the back, where I really don't have to do anything. And after I got out of the hospital, because that's one of the reasons why I went into the hospital, after I got out of the hospital, I, met with Miss Grealish, which is the guidance counselor that has been with this. And she was like, okay, we're gonna come up with a plan for changing in gym and all this. And I was like, okay, ow. And I was like, okay. And I was extremely happy to hear her say that. And she was like, okay, so is there a specific bathroom anywhere in the school that you'd like to go to? And I was like, where are the gender neutral bathrooms? She's like, all right, so there's one across the hall, there's one down the hall, and then there's one next to the teacher's lounge. And I was like, okay, so they're only downstairs, and the gym is upstairs in the cafeteria. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. She was like, okay, I get that. And she's like, so let's look at the alternatives. And I'm like, okay. She's like, what about staying like 5 minutes behind, while everybody changes up in the gym, you change up on team in the girls' bathroom. All by yourself, no one else, just you and you're changing. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And she's like, okay. And then, like, at the end of gym, you go while everybody's changing. And after everybody's in the locker room, you go out and you go on team and you change. And then they should be back by then. And I was like, okay, I can deal with that. And so I was extremely happy. And I didn't do it at all. I was extremely, extremely scared to go into the girls' bathroom by myself, because I didn't want to walk down the hall in my gym clothes, and because then that just makes me feel awkward. So I'm like, okay, don't look at me, you bitch. Like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. That didn't work. And so I have a lot of issues with the transgender guys can't go into the guys' bathroom and transgender girls can't go into the girls' bathroom, and there's no gender neutral locker room. Like, everything is either this gender or this gender. There's no gender neutral anything. There's like 3 gender neutral bathrooms in my entire school, and they're all on the first floor. It's insane and it's stupid. It's so stupid. And I really hope one of the administrators or somebody in my school is watching this and shows the principal or something, because this is not okay. Like, I know it costs a lot of money to build another locker room or something, but this should be a thing. Like, you should go, I want to go to the school board and get this fixed. Like, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Like, I'm a guy, and I'm going into the girls' bathroom. Like, if I had a penis, I wouldn't be going into the girls' bathroom. But I don't have a penis. Biologically. So I am forced to go into the girls' bathroom. Either way, changing, I have to go in the girls' locker room. Changing on team, I have to go into the girls' bathroom. There's no happy medium. I don't care if people are watching me change. That's not what my issue is. My issue is that I feel extremely dysphoric in the girls' bathroom and locker room. I can't do it. So I usually don't use the bathroom at school. So this just needs to change. Okay? Just out there. Yeah. So that's it. Put it in the comment section below what you think about the gender neutral bathrooms. And we can have a discussion about it. Alright. So thank you guys for our first Trans Talk Thursday. And I will meet you guys next Thursday for another Trans Talk. Yeah. Alright. Peace, love, and happiness. Stay true, stay you. And yes, I used my tablet for internet this time, and I used my phone to look up things. That was only because my tablet works faster. So, yeah. Alright. Bye.